As most beer lovers know, Cooperstown, New York is the home of baseball and Brewery Ommegang. But just a few miles down the road is another great brewery, the Cooperstown Brewing Company.
Hi, I'm Stan Hall. I'm owner of the Cooperstown Brewing Company, and this is our brew house. Behind me is our mash tun, where we mash in. Over here is our Peter Austin brew kettle, and you're looking at our hot liquor back where we condition the water for the brew. And we'll move over here to the cold side. This is our fermentation deck where all our beers are fermented in the ale tradition. They're open top fermenters. We have a 20-barrel system, which means we can brew 620 gallons each time we do a run. We have the capacity of doing 2 runs a day, although we generally don't do that. We are producing about 1,200 barrels of beer a year, which is a little under 40,000 gallons. And our beer is distributed in the way the original microbrewery started. That is, we're not shipping our beer more than 1 day's truck drive from the brewery. So we ship it to Boston, we ship it to Buffalo, we ship it to Lake Placid, and down to New York City. All right, this is where the action of the bottling line takes place. This is our filler. We have a 24-spout Meyer filler, and next to it is our crowner. This is all electrical, pneumatic. We bottle at 60 to 65 bottles a minute. 13 years ago, we started brewing Old Slugger Pale Ale. This is a hearty pale ale, copper in color, 5.5%. It is still our most popular style. We brew a lot of that beer. We also do an India Pale Ale. It's called Backyard India Pale Ale. The reason for that is because we started growing our own hops in the backyard to brew this beer, and we use those hops now to finish this beer. Here are our homegrown Willamette hops that we hand pick and we sun dry, and we use these in finishing our backyard IPA. Looks like we're going to have a good crop this year. We also grow the Cascade hop right here, and we use a combination of those Willamettes and Cascade in the finishing of the backyard IPA. Oh, back in the late 1880s, this was the hop growing capital of the United States. This area around here grew 80% of the hops for the U.S. In fact, my grandfather was a hop farmer. His hop farm was about 3.5 miles up the road from the brewery.
Why is it, do you think, it's such a good hop growing area?
Well, it's a fairly temperate climate, and the hops did well here. What put the hop farmers out of business was, of course, the coming of World War I and a mold that is in the ground called the blue mold. If you have a very wet spring, these hops are not going to do well. But we've grown these hops now for 12 years, and we've had 11 good years. But after the blight hit, then World War I, hop farming all moved out to the West Coast. But we can still grow them here. And then we have a classic English-style porter. This is brewed with 4 light malts and 1 dark malt. This is 6.4%. It won a bronze medal in the International Brew Fest in Providence in 2004 among 65 similar beers. The next one is Pride of Milford. This is a special ale. It's a very high malt beer. It's brewed at 7.7%, and it's fermented at a higher temperature, so it has the effect of esters. It's very smooth. We sell a lot of that beer. And then, keeping in the baseball tradition, we have Strikeout Stout. Our stout is a 5-malt stout, 3 of which are dark, and it's brewed with flaked oats at 4.6% alcohol. If you're ever in Cooperstown, stop by to see the Cooperstown Brewing Company. We give tours every day except Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, and Easter. And we'd love to have you stop by and join us for a couple of beers. There's one good old slugger for you, Paul.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Stan. Old times thing. Cheers. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Paul.